Hello from London, friends and family, future me, other random people watching this video. I'm just going to tell you real quick about what we did over the first week and a little bit of my adventure here in London. And I have some other videos of what we did that I'll add to this later. So the first day I arrived in the morning after having a 7-hour flight, relatively uneventful flight, although I didn't really get any sleep. Pretty much that first day we just unpacked, explored our apartment, went out into London a little bit, got a feel for what was around. We had 2 free days after that, so that was pretty much just exploring too. Saw London, got out and about, didn't really see any of the major sites, but, looked at shops and stuff. After those first 2 days, we had basically an orientation day at Cass Business School, where we're taking classes. That was pretty standard. They just told us about the classes we would be taking and stuff like that. In the afternoon, we had a bus tour of London. So the tour guide showed us Westminster Abbey and Hyde Park and stuff like that. It was pretty interesting. I'd seen most of that stuff before, but it was good to see it again. Then the next day, which was Wednesday, we had a 3-hour class in the morning called International Markets, I believe. No, International Business. Not a very interesting class, but taught by a British guy, so that kind of makes it more interesting, I guess. Then in the afternoon we had an introduction to British culture and media, which included a talk about all the different British newspapers and the differences between them and stuff like that. And then Thursday was pretty much the same. We had 2 classes, and then we had a little information session where we found out about the internships we're going to get. I'm interning at AON, which is basically a consulting firm, risk management and stuff like that. Hopefully I'll be doing computer stuff, because that's what I like. Then the next day, Friday, we had a visit to the Corporation of London, which is an organization basically in charge of marketing the City of London. And then we had a little info session about our European study tour, which is the part where I go to Amsterdam and interview people, and we sort of come back and have a mock EU meeting where we talk about what we learned from the people we interviewed in our various countries, because other people are going to other countries in Europe. It just happens that me and my roommate are going to Amsterdam. So then that was pretty much the first week of our trip, and then that weekend I got a chance to go to the British Museum, see the Rosetta Stone. That was pretty cool. We also went to the Tate Modern Art Museum, which was pretty interesting. I'm not a big fan of modern art, but it was cool to see. And then I also went on a little bike ride around London, because they have these bikes you can rent for really cheap. Not the best bikes, but workable, and you get to ride around and see the sights. And I rode pretty far out and almost got lost, but I found my way back. Then after that, this week so far, we have visited the place where they're going to have the Olympics in 2012. We also went to a thing called the British Music Experience, which was kind of interesting, just a little museum about the history of British music. And we also got to go into the Citigroup building, which is a tall building in Canary Wharf. So that was kind of fun, because it was a very awesome building, and we talked to some people high up in Citigroup, which is cool in itself, I guess, even though they talked about some pretty boring stuff. And then that evening we were supposed to see the play Yes, Prime Minister, but the power was out at the theater, so they canceled that, which I'm a little disappointed about. And then today, I had sort of an interview at the place where I'm supposed to have my internship, except it wasn't really an interview, because they just told me, you're gonna work here and this is when you start and this is what you'll do. They didn't really ask me any questions because it was sort of a given that I already had the internship, since I don't know, I guess for the program they kind of pull some strings to get me the internship automatically. And then that's pretty much it. I'll keep you updated with more videos. Hopefully I won't forget to do that, and rate any comments or questions you have for me. I hope to talk to you all soon.